Last week, we talked about fight, flight, freeze in marriage. In this episode, we want to show you what that actually looks like inside of a real relationship and what shifted. Because knowing the theory is one thing, but seeing it play out in an actual couple, that's where it clicks. If you've ever found yourself thinking, why do we keep having the same argument? Or why does connection feel harder than it used to? You're not alone. Welcome to Marriage, Intimacy and Healing with Andrew and Lara.
We're a husband and wife team, blending science-based coaching and clinical nervous system insight to help couples understand what's really happening underneath conflict, distance, and emotional shutdown.
I'm Lara. I'm an ICF PCC certified coach and educator.
And I'm Andrew, a licensed physical therapist specializing in body, mind, heart integration with extensive experience helping high-performing individuals navigate stress, communication, and emotional regulation.
Together, we help you recognize the patterns that pull you apart and offer practical, grounded shifts that bring you back into connection. Let's dive into today's episode. We want to tell you about a real couple that we were working with called Priya and Tom. Well, that's not their real name. Changed for privacy reasons, but Priya and Tom, married 9 years.
It's a good couple name.
2 children, both working. Like a lot of people that we see with young children or without, 9 years in. On the outside, they look like they have it together. And honestly, I think they actually do in a lot of ways, and they certainly would say so too. Yeah. But every time Priya tries to talk about what she's feeling, this happens every time. She'll bring something up, Tom will get quiet, she gets more intense, he leaves the room. The next day, they act like it didn't happen and they kind of deal with it by just moving on to the next day. And the real issue really never got touched, and it went on for probably 7 years. Does that pattern feel familiar to you either in our marriage, or do you see that a lot in the people that we work with?
When we were early in our marriage, I could definitely remember elements of that. Or similarities or something. But I think it's common, but it plays out differently. There's different reactions. There's different logistics for everyone.
What's it like to be in actually Tom's position when you know, like, she's not attacking you, but your body's already decided that she has? That's probably happened to you with me at times. Like your body's in a reactive place and you're like, I know she's not trying to attack me, but you are already on.
Yeah, I just feel like there's this downward cascade. And I feel like there's a muddy voice. There's like so many different things and it's all negative. There's more than just what's happening in the conversation.
Well, your rational brain in that situation's off. So the muddiness is because you're not in a rational reasoning state at all. Yeah. But here's what's actually happening for, if this is you, but definitely with Priya and Tom. Priya's fight response isn't actually anger. It's a bid for connection that comes out sharp because she's desperate to be heard. And underneath that, our basic human need to be seen, loved, held, witnessed, cherished, to know that we exist because somebody else gives us that identity. And Tom's flight response isn't actually apathy, like I don't care, even though it comes across like I don't care. It's actually self-preservation because staying in the room for him feels physically overwhelming. Yeah. So he leaves.
Or painful or just completely unbearable.
Just unbearable. So he's out, like he's like in flight. I'm out of here. I'm clocking out. The cruel part is this. Her push is exactly what triggers his pull, and his pull is exactly what triggers her push. So they end up in this loop. They're not on opposite sides, although they feel like it, but they are trapped in a pattern, and it was going on for so many years that that's just how they behaved in their marriage. If you're recognizing that this is you and you see yourselves in Priya, in Tom, or something similar, the first step is learning to reset your body before you can start to reset the conversation. Because we deal with the body, the mind, and the heart, we created a free resource for you called the 3-minute body, mind, heart shift. You can get it at andrewandlara.com. It's designed for moments just like this, where you can just take 3 minutes to reset your body, mind, and your heart towards each other. Print it and put it on your fridge at andrewandlara.com. So what actually changed for this couple is that they stopped blaming each other and started to notice the state that their body was in. Tom stopped hearing "you're too sensitive" and started saying "I'm flooding." right now, which is such a great word. It's like there's too much happening, too much firing, and I'm not processing and I'm just flooding is what he learned to say.
You could feel with that like a cascade of different emotions, or not even that you can put your head on what it is, but it's just a lot of things going on that you feel
flooded emotionally.
A lot right now, and I feel just like I'm just full.
Overwhelmed, or often people will say I just feel overwhelmed, or I don't know what I'm feeling, I feel numb. It's often because there's a lot of layers of emotion firing at the same time. Now, Priya stopped hearing "you don't care" from him through his silence and his withdrawal, and started saying, "I'm getting activated because I want to reach you." And this language shift really helped them understand why kind of bird's eye view enabled them to at least start to move forward, seeing the other person's point of view. Why does that language shift matter so much, do you think, in these sorts of situations? Like, what changes when someone names their state instead of labeling the other person?
Yeah, it isn't blaming the other person. It isn't putting words on what logistics and what words have just been said. You're really just naming what's happening within inside of you. And that's regulating for your own nervous system and your own emotional state. Putting words on what like that amygdala is doing, and that lack of the response from the prefrontal cortex to manage what's going on, and that you're just in this state in your body.
So naming the state's actually the first act of repair. And the state being I'm in an activated state, or I'm just in a bid for connection and I'm getting activated and come. So those sorts of things. The second thing that was a really great discovery for this couple was they created the pause protocol, which is a really cute way of saying that we have an agreement that we're going to take a pause if we need to. And it looked like this. So it wasn't, instead of walking away, instead of stonewalling and these sort of patterns that they had, they came to a mutual agreement that next time we're in this situation, we are going to take a 5-minute pause. And that meant that if one of them said to the other in this state, I need 5 minutes, the other person had agreed in advance that without argument, you can have that 5 minutes. Not as rejection, but as regulation. And it was so helpful for them.
And they always then followed with, and then we'll come back. And then it's a chance to resolve, repair, or whatever.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful way to regulate. And the critical piece is that the pause has a return, and that this is what they set for them, 5 minutes, and then they come back together. And that really changed everything for Priya, because she knew he was coming back if he walked away in 5 minutes time. And so he would come back a little bit more regulated. It doesn't mean it solved the problem, but just a little bit more regulated.
The sense that he was activated, that he wanted to process that, she could see the sense that he cares so much and loves so much, and vice versa.
And the third thing is that Priya changed how she actually opened conversations. Instead of leading with the problem like, you never help with the kids, she started leading with the need. It sounded like this: I miss you. I want to feel like a team again. Instead of the you never, it became I miss you. I want to feel like a team. Same message underneath, but landed completely differently with Tom. If you heard yourself in Priya and Tom today in any way, shape or form, that's not a sign of failure. That's a sign that you're actually paying attention and noticing something. Every couple that we've worked with has some version of this loop, but the difference isn't whether you have the pattern, it's whether you can actually see it and identify it and therefore put things in place like Priya and Tom did.
We're trying to show you that it's shifting from just tolerating issues, tolerating things, and just trying to get by and manage things that come up together, to doing things to get better connection.
So maybe this week you could ask yourself this question: what's the loop in your marriage? And have either of you named it out loud? Thanks for joining us on today's Marriage, Intimacy and Healing. If this episode supported you, we'd love for you to download our free 3-minute BMH marriage reset at andrewandlaura.com. It's the quickest way to shift out of stress and back into connection. And for deeper support and to explore our resources and coaching, you can find everything at andrewandlaura.com.
Before you go, following the show or sharing this episode with another couple really helps more people find this kind of support. And we're so grateful when you do.
We're Andrew and Laura, and we'll see you next week.